Hey guys, Megadeth Jason here, and welcome to another edition of my Madden 2017 franchise. It is week number 2, and we take on the 0-1 Detroit Lions. We get back-to-back divisional games to start the season. Schedule makers weren't too terribly kind on us, but the plus side is they're both home games. Couple of pieces of news here. Returning from injury, Brian Robinson is back, so it's great to have him back at defensive end. And it looks like we also have a trade offer for Jarius Wright. Let's take a look and see what the offers are. Multiple offers. Houston is offering a 2019 third rounder, 2019 fourth, and 2019 fifth rounder. Oakland a 2018 fifth and 2018 sixth. 2018 fifth, 2019 fifth from Indianapolis. Bears are offering an 18 fifth and a 19 seventh. I haven't really used Jarius Wright that much, and I know I'm going to be playing multiple seasons of Madden. I usually get in 15 to 20. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this offer from Houston because that gives us some draft picks for 2019. And they've accepted that, so there you go. We've traded Jarius Wright for some 2019 draft picks. Let's go ahead now and let's take a look at the receiver depth chart here. So we're going to go Diggs 1, Stills 2, Chedwell 3, and Thaleen 4. We could use one more wide receiver. Let's see. Could pick up somebody from the practice squad here. Obviously no, for whatever reason. Oh, maybe we have to do it in free agency. We'll go ahead and sign Malcolm Mitchell to the active roster. Back in the depth chart. Mitchell's now the fifth receiver. So let's go ahead and get this game started. I will join you guys at the end of the game. I think we're going to break out the throwback uniforms for this game.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Lions going up against the Vikings. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth. where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Automatic first down.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Vikings.
And that's the kind of start every team wants to have when they touch the football for the first time. Here at night especially, all day long, you've been around the hotel. Yeah, you've had meetings, you've had meals, but you've been chomping at the bit to play. And depending on the time of year you play a game, early in the season, you probably like night games. But as the season goes on, most guys like day games because they won't wait around all the time. So taking charge early in a night game is a very important factor.
A play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it here. This is David Cobb. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Let's go. On 2nd down, Peterson muscles him off. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Bridgewater. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
They go play action here on first down. Penalty marker is down here. It's complete to Golden Tate.
Holding offense.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
False start.
On second down, here's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense. There's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the ball as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Bridgewater a give. This is Peterson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Here's Tate to return. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's first and goal. They run with Abdullah. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Here's Stafford now on second down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Willie Snead, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 23 yards on the play.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Let's go.
First down, Bridgewater. On the left side, this is Stills. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown. Vikings. Michael Pruitt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Here's Tate to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Now Stafford. Brought in left side by Snead. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. .31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And some time here to focus on Kyle Rudolph as he heads back out there. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense. And
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Way 90. Way 90.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Hey, we gotta go. Get ready. Way 90. Way 90. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Bridgewater on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of up.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. When the hitch route is run really well, jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done there.
It's a pickup of 21, and it'll give the Vikings a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have it perfect.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Man, it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Vikings have been solid in the secondary to this point. The Lions have struggled now for 2 straight weeks in the passing department, and so it just hasn't been a big part of their offense. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Vikings take it at the 6. Bridgewater would squeeze the pass in here. And finally on play 14, they score. Vikings up by a touchdown. We go now to early. Rudolph's wide open here on the catch, and 37 yards later, he'll go in for the score. Vikings up by 2 touchdowns. Lions with it now early in the second. Stafford's throw goes to the sidelines, and he'll end up picking up 53 yards on the play. Later on the drive, Stafford's throw goes to the sidelines, and this play will go for 6, now trailing by 7. Midway through the second quarter, Rudolph's the target here, and he'll end up picking up 23 yards on the play. Vikings on the drive, the quick pass, it's complete, and this goes 28 yards for the score. That puts them up by 2 touchdowns. We move late into the second. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and the pass and catch will end up going for...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great in the NFL. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down after a good game. They convert on third with a gain of 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
On second down, here's Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Caught by Snead over the middle. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So they're operating in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. Bring up an goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Look at the spin. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return. The Detroit touchdown. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. First down throw for Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, yards runs, and goes to one of those.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He won't go down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be first down Vikings.
And sometimes when you're watching a game, you can actually see drills in effect during a ball game. And what I saw there was what running backs call the gauntlet drill, where they have to go through a series of defenders. We're going to hit them, poke at the football, make them bounce, spin, dig for extra yardage, the whole deal. And we saw it there. His running backs coach, he's got to be awfully proud of that run.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play. And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Shreds the tackle. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he whips that one incomplete there. Stills had it, but couldn't hang on. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Zach Line, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Here's Stafford. following the incompletion.
Keep 15. Keep 15.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first and 10, Stafford to the right side to Eric Ebron. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Stafford on third down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run with Abdullah. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Peterson alone in the backfield. They're going to give it to him running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down following the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 ends. Again, Peterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. Bridgewater now. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
They run again with Peterson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Way 90. Way 90.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Bridgewater. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. There's not much left of this ball game. Just keep everything in front of you here, walk away a winner.
And that's really a pretty good feeling.
It's got to be a great feeling.
You know, to know that all you have to do is wind down the clock. As you said, keep them in front, walk away a victor. That's pretty good feeling at the end of the game.
Heads held high. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Oh, one more time.
Won't he just stand still?
And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And partner, we always talk about winning. Everybody wants to win. A divisional win, why is this one so important?
Because at the end of the year, Brandon, you have to determine who's going to move on to the playoffs. And sometimes it's not the overall record that takes you there. It's how did you do in the division. If you're tied, if it's close, the divisional winner.
There you have it, folks. The Minnesota Vikings defeating the Detroit Lions 35-16. Really a good game all around for everyone, especially Teddy Bridgewater. A rebound game from last week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Bridgewater had 158.3 QB rating, was 21 of 25 for 320 yards with an 84% completion percentage and 5 touchdowns. Really, I'd have to say, best game of Bridgewater's young career. We take a look at the rushing. Adrian Peterson had a okay game. 18 carries for 73 yards with a 4-yard average. David Cobb 2 for 6 and Bridgewater 1 for 5. Receiving, the ball got spread around quite a bit. Kyle Rudolph 6 for 114 and a touchdown. Michael Pruitt 5 for 93 and a touchdown. Kenny Stills 4 for 51 and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs 2 for 13. Adrian Peterson 2 for 16. Laquan Treadwell 1 for 20 and a touchdown. And Zach Line 1 for 5 and a touchdown. When we look at the defensive statistics, no sacks today by the Vikings. 1 interception by Andrew Sendejo. So that will even us out at 1-1, and Detroit will fall to 0-2. I'll go ahead and end there, and I will see you guys in the next game.